Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to talk about some potential moves, specifically talking about the point guard position. We're all aware Dennis Schroeder, he declined a 4-year, $84 million extension from the Lakers a couple of weeks ago. Now, the Lakers, they still might, who knows? This still could happen. Schroeder coming back to the Lakers could happen, especially if they win a ring. You never know, but I think it's important to just play around with some other potentials. And I'm going to talk about two guys specifically. Those two dudes are going to be Lonzo Ball and TJ Mcconnell. So Lonzo Ball, there's a report that the Pelicans are not matching over $20 million a season for Lonzo Ball. So personally, I would 100 if I'm a team, like if I'm the Chicago Bulls especially, I'm 100% paying a guy like Lonzo Ball because he is a young player with loads of potential. He's got a great three-point shot. He's got great passing ability, can play defense. He's just a great player with loads of potential. I would personally take the risk, especially if I'm a team like the Chicago Bulls, the New York Knicks. Those are rumored to be his top suitors. The Knicks are reportedly going after Dennis Schroeder as well, but Lonzo Ball, I like it. He took a big leap this year, I guess just a little bit offensively, but for the most part, he's been steadily improving every year in his 4-year NBA career. In his career, he's 11.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 6.5 assists per game. This season, he's averaging 14 points per game, a steal and a half per game, 5.5 assists, 4 rebounds, and he's also shooting 38% from deep, making about 3 per game. So I would love to have a point guard draining 3 threes per game at a 38% clip while improving, while also at the same time being 23 years old. So personally, I think Lonzo Ball, and then I like his defense. I love Lonzo Ball, man. So I was just talking about the Ian Begley report about Dennis Schroeder that he turned down that 4-year, $84 million extension. It's reported that the Knicks are going to be going after Dennis Schroeder. Now, they have about $70 million in cap space in this season, so they can do a lot of different things. They can do pretty much whatever they want in the offseason, so we'll see what they decide to do. I'm sure that however this season ends may play a role into just kind of their offseason plan and structure. So we're going to talk about one final point guard. Also, I forgot to mention earlier in the video, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. But we're going to talk about TJ Mcconnell. He's a pretty decent fit. He's a very much a hustle player. He's a good defender. He might be the best backup point guard in the league. It's kind of crazy. He's a backup point guard. This season, he's averaging about 8 points per game, about 6.5 assists per game, shooting the ball at a 56% clip, and also getting about a steal and a half per game, a little over actually. So TJ McConnell, this could be a match made in heaven. It could be. He's a great player. But what I like so much about TJ McConnell is just the price. I love the price so much. I mean, I would even like this if they got Lonzo Ball or they re-signed Schroeder and get TJ McConnell. I just want TJ McConnell because this season his salary is $3.5 million a year. So, I mean, this is a guy only getting about 25 minutes a night right now at most. Or, I mean, I shouldn't say at most. I would say about 25 minutes a night for TJ. He's just such a solid backup point guard. Now, I don't know if he actually will leave the Pacers, but if he does, I think that the Lakers would be a very good fit. So the point guard position is certainly something the Lakers have to start thinking about, because if Dennis Schroeder is actually gone, I mean, there's some options, but for the most part, this next season is like, or this next free agency, these guys like Chris Paul, guys like Mike Conley, a lot of guys I just don't see coming to the Lakers. I don't see Chris Paul and his $40 million contract coming to the Lakers. I don't see Mike Connolly happen. Lonzo Ball, there's just going to be a ton of competition for him. A 23-year-old point guard with a ton of versatility. He's getting better and better. Like, he can play defense and he can shoot threes. In today's NBA world, that is just absolutely perfect. So there's going to be a ton of competition for him. That's why I like TJ McConnell so much, as just a safe backup plan no matter what, because this dude, I mean, he's super solid. If you know TJ McConnell, you know how solid he is. So let me know what you guys think about these possible signings, possible Dennis Schroeder re-sign. I would be 100% on board for a Dennis Schroeder re-sign, because I think the guy is a dog. I think he is working great for this Lakers team. He's fitting into the system perfectly. And I think in the playoffs, he's going to be a huge, huge, huge contributor to the Lakers' success.